Hello, everybody. Dom Tiberi, joined by Adam King, and we are coming to you live from the Hartsfield-Jackson Airport here in Atlanta, Georgia. The Notre Dame football team has already arrived, and now we are told the Buckeyes will be arriving any moment. There is a large group of media here waiting to see the Buckeyes arrive. Coach Ryan Day will meet with the media right behind me. There's a microphone there, and we'll be able to ask him some questions. But it is now very real, Adam. Monday night is just 3 days away. 6th-ranked Ohio State against 5th-ranked Notre Dame. Marcus Freeman, when he came off the plane, he said, you know, I asked him, I said, it's got to feel a little weird. You're a former Buckeye, now the head coach of Notre Dame. And he said, I'm not thinking about any past performances. You know, I'm not thinking about where I played college. The only thing I'm thinking about is Monday night's game.
Well, I've got to say, Dom, this is the first time throughout the whole playoff run that things feel different. Meeting them at the airport, you got the 2025, it feels big. They're doing the mic test behind us where Ryan Day will take the podium. But when you think about that, it feels like the moment is finally here. And this is kind of what the guys are going to try to ignore these next couple days, because that's not what they want to do. They would rather just show up here, play the football game as they do a normal game on a Friday night and play Saturday. But this is the pageantry that comes when you're in the national title, when you're one of the last two teams. You talk about Marcus Freeman, he hasn't let any of the narrative or pageantry get to him. I mean, he won't touch it. You wouldn't know he was a former Buckeye, and obviously that's the #1 storyline from this entire game, is that the former head coach, or the former player, is now a head coach on the other sideline. And obviously, for Ryan Day, this is huge. This is everything, and the team's going to land here, and they're going to go right to work.
You know, the thing about Marcus Freeman, and, you know, I remember covering him and James Laurinaitis. They are best friends. I think it's ironic that James Laurinaitis was with Notre Dame a year ago. Now he is the linebacker coach at Ohio State and doing an absolutely great job with the linebackers. I mean, what a job he has done developing Cody Simon and Sonny Styles. What those guys have done, the linebacker play at Ohio State has been absolutely amazing, and they get better with each week. We see a bevy of activities. We now
see
see
a good sign.
Yeah,
the buses are moving.
Buses are moving. We believe the plane is either landing or has landed, but they'll come right up here. The way Notre Dame did it is they came right up here, and yeah, we'll go over here so you can see what's going on. And the buses are moving. We expect the plane to be rolling in here any time. And where that microphone is, and that man standing right there, that is where Coach Day, he will walk up to that microphone and answer our questions. You know, the thing is, Adam, you think about where this football team was a month ago, and now you think about where they are now. And everybody loves Ohio State. Everyone's picking the Buckeyes to win. I know Ryan Day doesn't want to hear that noise. I know Ryan Day says you got to block out the noise, or as Nick Saban called it, the rat poison. The last thing you want is to be overconfident if you're Ohio State, because, you know, and I've said it and I've told you several times, Marcus Freeman loves defense, and this Notre Dame defense is a product of Marcus Freeman, and I expect them to play very hard.
Well, I was worried about the rat poison when it came to the Texas game, just because of how well things went against Oregon, how well they went against Tennessee. I'm not as worried with the rat poison this week, because it's simply put, Ohio State is 60 minutes of football away from being national champions, and I think they know just that. With this team, they've never really allowed the rat poison to phase them here, and so I think it's something that I wouldn't expect to get to them. I think they have allowed themselves to kind of mentally be prepared every step of the way. Jack Sawyer, JT Tuimoloau, they aren't guys that are going to let any of the outside noise get to them. Will Howard, I did ask him this week, I said, you know, Malik Zaire, guys like to talk and guys like to doubt you. Do you listen? And he said, yeah, I listen and I like it. He said, keep it coming. I want to hear the negativity. I want to prove people wrong. And I do think that element is here, but everybody's looking for an edge. And I think this Buckeye team, you don't need motivation in order to get up for a national title.
And let me tell you, I want to address what came out the other day from Lou Holtz. I thought about asking Marcus that, but I didn't want to hit him the second he got off the plane. I'm sure he'll be asked about it tomorrow. Sure. As I think about it, and I talked to Tim May quite a bit about it, as I think about it, I think what Lou was trying to do is get in Ryan Day's head. I think he tried to get in his head, a year ago when he questioned the physicalness of Ohio State and made some of the comments, and now saying that if Ohio State wins the game, Notre Dame let him win to preserve his job. And Tim May went absolutely crazy. I said it's one of the dumbest things. And here, let me
make any sense.
Well, let me just say this.
Makes no sense.
Let me say this to Buckeye Nation out there. If Notre Dame, and I can't imagine Marcus Freeman's happy with that kind of nonsense that Lou's putting out.
Oh, we have a plane pulling up. Is it?
And it may be the Buckeyes. Here, we'll come back here.
Oh, it's not. Okay.
Well, we don't know. You never know.
It does look like it's coming this way.
It does look like it's coming this way.
They do fly United.
And it is coming this way. This probably is Ohio State because I see the gentleman with the
thingies.
With the thingies. Yeah. What do you call it? The
wavy thingies.
The wavy thingies.
That's what they call them.
Yeah.
That is the technical term.
He's coming, and so this is the Buckeyes. They are arriving, and so if you're just joining us on 10 TV Plus, this is Ohio State's arrival here at the Hartsfield-Jackson Airport here in Atlanta, Georgia.
Some people call it the Atlanta Airport, in case you didn't know that, Don.
I said Atlanta Airport,
yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
And so, and we believe that is the Ohio State plane, is the United Airlines.
Otherwise, we have really spotlighted that plane.
No, it's coming this way, and you could see the directors on the tarmac. They're directing the plane towards us, and it's going to come over this way, and then they're going to bring over the portable staircase, and Ryan Day and the Buckeyes will deplane. There is a drum corps here that will be playing the drums, and the way this will work is, at least with Notre Dame, what happened, Coach Freeman got off the plane, walked and did his network interview, and then he came over here, and we were allowed to ask him questions. You know, the thing is, you just feel the excitement because we are on the edge of this thing really kicking off. Tomorrow it gets really real at 9 in the morning when we do Media Day.
I have to imagine this is the moment for all those players. When you're pulling up to the 2025, you've got this jumbo plane ready to go. You're walking down the stairs to all this media. This is what you dream of, Dom. You know if you're on the biggest stage, you're going to get all the attention. The Buckeyes are definitely getting all the attention right now. And, I mean, what a shot here to see the scarlet and gray. This is a long time coming. They didn't have this in 2020 with COVID. You know, we haven't seen this with the Buckeyes in the national championship since 2015 when they won it, Dom. And pageantry is something that truly comes with being one of the top 2 teams in the country. They hope the top team in the country.
Again, you're joining us live on 10 TV Plus, and this is Ohio State arriving here in Atlanta, Georgia. Now, they are doing this differently than they did with Notre Dame. They actually have a better view. Notre Dame was from a side shot. This is going to be great because they'll bring the stairs up to the airplane right in front of us, and then the players and coaches will deplane. And once again, what we're told is that Ryan Day will come down, we'll do a network interview. They're going to be greeted by officials here at the airport. They have some gifts for the players.
There's some nice gifts. They got some 2025 chains. Dom tried to get one.
I tried to get one.
They refused to give one to Dom. They said players only. He said, I play offensive tackle. I'm ready. And they said, sir, your eligibility has come up. Oh, don't block the plane with the bus.
Oh, no, this is not good.
Oh, no.
Well,
it was a great photo op for a second.
This is not what we wanted. Well, we'll be able to see him at the top. But this is not the shot we were hoping for, is it?
We had the dream shot there for a second, Dom.
My goodness. Now the drum corps is going, and I'm not sure why they did it this way for a media opportunity.
Oh, now the bus is raising up.
Well, maybe they're going to move him. Yeah, I think they're going to back him up and say,
all right,
like, hey guys, you're
staging when they're looking for one. They know it.
Yeah, we want to have be able to have a shot. There we go. Now we're moving him out of the way. This is live television, ladies and gentlemen.
Dom, who do we think is the first off the plane?
Ryan
Day. Ryan's the first off the plane.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, what if somebody wants to get the door for Ryan?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I think it'll be Ryan. What are we betting now?
Well, no, we're not betting. I'm just thinking, you know, it's an exciting time here.
Yeah.
First one on the ground in the national championship.
I just feel pumped. This is so cool, and to be here. I know we did this back in 2002 when we were in Phoenix, and the Buckeyes came in, and it was so cool. We streamed it live. We actually carried it live with the team coming in, and so we're happy for you folks back in Columbus, you folks around the country on 10 TV Plus. Once again, live video. We are live here in Atlanta, the big airport, Hartsfield-Jackson Airport.
Jackson, some call it the Hartsfield-Atlanta Airport.
And for some of you people coming in here, be ready to wait. We waited an hour and a half to get our rental car today. It is crazy here. I mean, in this airport.
Up and down. Some of us drove and had a great time. Stopped at Bucky's. Stopped at the what was it? A museum for KFC. It's great.
Some of us are different.
That's true. I am built different a little bit.
Dan Paziak and I, we decided we were flying, and we did. And so the drum corps, can you hear the drums here? Let me let you folks hear the drums. I'll hold it out. Man, those guys are good. All right, they're going up and opening the door. And we're going to see who comes off first. I think it's going to be Ryan Day.
I think it's going to be Quinn Temple. I'm going Quinn Temple.
Quinn Temple, the chief of staff.
Quinn Temple is the chief of staff. He's the most underappreciated man in Ohio State football.
All right, the door is open, and we're seeing someone peek out.
Uh-oh.
And that's a big airplane, isn't it? And who do we have? That is not Ryan Day. We're not sure who that's one of the airline guys.
An airline guy. I think he's in charge of the airplane.
Yes.
It doesn't count.
Although it looked like he had a beard.
He did. It could have been Ryan Day. Here we go.
All right. And they have
there's Seth McLaughlin's.
Yeah. And here comes the Buckeyes. And it's players. Who is that? Jack?
That is Seth McLaughlin first.
Oh yeah, Seth's coming off first.
First off the plane, headed to the bus here.
You're zoomed in. I can't.
I'm zoomed in. I got Travion Henderson now, followed by Quinshon Judkins, and there is looks to be Carnell Tate following behind.
Buckeyes have arrived in Atlanta, Georgia. You're watching live coverage on 10 TV Plus. There is Coach Ryan Day with the police officer behind him, and he's going to come down. He's got that jacket he likes. Is that his lucky jacket?
I think it is. It's got to be one of them. You see Jack Sawyer walk off the plane, point to the sky. The Buckeyes all deplaning here, headed for those team buses as they'll go back to the team hotel. They will practice tomorrow in Atlanta. They'll go through media day. They get the opportunity to talk to us, which is most important for them.
All right, so Coach Day is off the plane. The way we understand it, he's going to go do his network interview, and then he's going to come over to us. It'd be nice if he came to us right now. They're explaining to him what's going to happen. So Coach Day's going over to meet with the network, and then he will come here.
When the guys coming off the plane here, there's Jim Knowles headed down the ramp. A lot of these guys, you know, this is going to be their last time getting on a team bus, Dom, and heading to a team hotel on a road trip. They don't want to talk about it, but it's a real thing.
Everything they did was to keep this team alive, to go one more week, and now we have reached the final week. There are no more weeks after this. This is it, and they've come this far, and they've all said the same thing: job not finished. And this week, the job to finish is to bring home the national title.
It's really interesting to see, because we so often talk about this team as what's next and how do you reset your mind. This is it for this team. And I don't, you know, Chip Kelly said earlier in the week he's not holding anything secretly with the play calling, but I don't know. You have to think that there's a lot of this team's sleeve that they want to show in the final game. It's going to be Jack Sawyer's final game, Emeka Ibuka's final game, Travion Henderson's final game as a Buckeye. For all of those guys, this is a truly special moment. I love, now one thing that you don't always see with the plane here is that Jeremiah Smith, he's a star, Dom, but he's a freshman. So he's going to be one of the last off the plane here, because freshmen have to sit in the back of the plane. And I got to tell you, after the Rose Bowl. He was Rose Bowl MVP. Did you see he got stuck with a middle seat because freshmen get the middle seat? And I thought that just spoke a lot about how ridiculous it is, how talented he is for how young.
He is only 19 years old. In November, he turned 19. And this kid may go down as, right now, he has the potential to be maybe one of the greatest Buckeyes, if not the greatest Buckeyes ever. I mean, I've never seen a freshman do what Jeremiah Smith has done. The Buckeyes continue to get off. And here we go. Coach Ryan Day is now coming over to the microphone, and he's going to answer some questions. And so we'll take a look, listen.
We'll turn it over for questions. If you have a question, please raise your hand. We have a microphone here. We'll pass it around.
Yeah, great to be here in Atlanta. Had a great send-off party there in Columbus on the way out. So it was great to see the fans send us off like that. Gave our team a bunch of energy on the bus, which was great. And, you know, talked a lot about how we need everybody. And to see the fans send us off like that was great. Had a good week of work. Look forward to a great week of practice here in Atlanta. And the guys are energized. So good to get back here and get to work.
Hey, Coach, welcome to Atlanta. You know, last week we talked about how important the fans were, and you just addressed the send-off and everything. What's your message to the fans? And you know, they're getting bigger than this, doesn't it?
No, we need everybody. And it doesn't matter if, you know, it was a 4 or 5-year-old who was there at the buses today, or, you know, an 8-year-old woman there who had a sign, you know, that she had a message for someone on the team, but somebody who's going to be at the stadium, be loud. You know, we need a great crowd. Mercedes-Benz Stadium Monday night, or you know, maybe it's somebody back home in Columbus, or a Buckeye fan who's maybe in another country, but everybody matters right now. And we feel that, the players feel that, so we need Buckeye Nation to come together with great vibes and great energy going into Monday night.
You guys so often talk about keeping a routine, keeping everything the same, but obviously this is very different. Do you lean into the fact that you are at the national championship, or treat this just like every other game?
A little bit of both. A little bit of both. Talk to the guys about, after we had our walkthrough today and practice, that you know, when we get on the plane, we fly to Atlanta, and you get to the hotel, it's a good time to reflect on the journey that you've been on personally. It's everybody dream of playing the national championship, but also what the team's been on in terms of their journey to get to right here. Because our first team meeting was today, a year ago. And here we are a year later in the national championship. That being said, we wake up in the morning, it's all about work.
Over here, Coach, to your right. Hey, Coach, right here. A.D. Stenham with APSC. Coach, what's the overall health of your team, and what are some of the characteristics of a Marcus Freeman coach team?
Yeah, very healthy coming in. You know, I thought the guys did a great job getting their bodies right. You know, the first couple of days we had some rest. Had a couple really good days of practice, so guys got a lot of energy, really fresh, especially for this time of year going into our 16th game. We know we have a great challenge ahead of us. Notre Dame's a very, very good team, and very disciplined, a lot of good players, very well coached, as you know. Certainly, complimentary in all 3 phases, put pressure on you. So we know we have to be at our best, and that's the goal in this game, is to play our best game of the season. I still don't think we've done that, and that's the goal.
Ryan, way over on your left. Curious, still 2 more days to go before kickoff. I know the majority of the work has been done, but what are these next 2 days about as you prepare for practice?
Yeah, we'll get in here tonight, have a dinner, relax, get to bed, get some rest. Guys will take care of their bodies, and they'll wake up in the morning and have a typical Thursday practice plan for us. So you know, meetings, walkthroughs, and then we'll practice over Mercedes-Benz, come back and you know, watch the film, maybe have a full day. But it's all about preparation, you know, and I think that's what we all understand. We have a job to do. Everybody who's on that bus right now has a job to do, and you know, you can get yourself distracted about what kind of game this is or whatever. But the truth is, you need to stick to your routine and focus on doing your job on Monday night, and you know, making sure that you're focused on what the task is at hand is what's critically important right now. That's it. Nothing else matters. So that's what we're going to do, and that's what we've done the last few weeks.
Like you said, it's game number 16 for you. It's never happened before that a college ball team has played 16 games together. Are you worried about losing the team, and how have you kind of prepared them for doing something that really you guys have never done before?
Well, we talked about it all year. I think have momentum, you got to keep it. I feel like we continue to get stronger as the season's gone on. We've had a plan on how we were going to do that. So now, again, we have to be at our best. The whole plan is to get to this point right now. And so we have a couple more days to get prepared to go do it.
Hey Ryan, Dave Holmes, ABC6, Fox 28, Columbus. You have a very senior-laden, a leadership-laden team. How much is that going to matter? Do you feel like they're ready for this moment?
Yeah, I think they have a bunch of seniors too, a lot of experience, and these guys have all played a lot of football now. So both Notre Dame and us have played a lot. So the team who executes the best and takes care of the football and plays the most disciplined is going to win the game.
Coach, obviously, all the marbles. How ready do you think your guys are, and they understand how big this moment is? Right?
Yeah, they do.
That's what you've been pointing to.
Yeah, that's it. But we have 2 more days. We're not playing the game right now, so we'll get here. We'll assess the situation. And just like we've done the last couple of weeks, the last couple of games. You come in, you get a feel for where you are, you get to work, you continue to focus on the preparation, and then you build it up as you go. But anytime you're getting ready to go play any game, you got to do it with your mind, body, and soul to go play. And so we still got a lot of work to do. We're going to continue to work all the way to put into the ball on Monday night. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, we're back here live. There you have it. Those comments from Coach Ryan Day. And
the bus is board here. We can get out of the way. You got the band playing.
Yeah, they're going. We'll talk. We're fine.
All right. Well,
we'll
I don't know
talk.
if you want to show Ryan getting on the bus.
He's going to get on.
I thought the most interesting thing of that is Ryan Day said that he wants his team to reflect this week when they get here. I think so often you hear coaches say, we don't want to reflect, we don't want to look back, we solely want to look focused. I like that he said right now he wants his team to take some time, think about the moment that they're in, and then obviously use that to fuel them when it comes on the field on Monday night. I think that says a lot about where this mindset is for this team.
I think the other thing that's interesting, last week he made it a point and he wanted to talk about the fans. And again, he's addressing the fans and how important Buckeye Nation is. I mean, that's not an accident. He is reaching out to Buckeye Nation because he needs them. And, Buckeye Nation needs to rally around this guy, I think, and around this team.
And I think they certainly have. I mean, I obviously there were some conversations a month ago that were spread out throughout the fan base. I haven't seen one person that hasn't given Ryan Day his credit going into this game. He has coached 3 remarkable games against Tennessee, Oregon, and Texas. He is 1 away from being a national champion head coach. Now listen, they don't build a statue if you win a national champion, but you go down as a legend instantly. And it's remarkable to think that 3 days from now, this team could board this plane again, bring back that gold trophy, and think to where we were a month ago. And now the celebration that is kind of around this program, the expectation that is around this program that he's now had to handle. I think you're right. Buckeye Nation, this is a special time, and I think they know it, and I think Ryan knows it, and everybody's trying to embrace the moment.
I sometimes see some snide remarks still out there.
Yes.
And I think it's time to end the snide remarks. Ryan Day is an outstanding football coach. Ryan Day is a great human being. And, I'm a big fan of his. He is a great coach. Jim Tressel, who I think is a great coach with high regard for Ryan Day. Urban Meyer, who is a great coach, handpicked Ryan Day. We talked about it. And John Cooper. We're talking about 3 guys in the Hall of Fame. They have incredible respect for Ryan Day. They said he's a great coach. And I think it's time that Buckeye Nation rallies around him, and I think Coach is throwing an olive branch. Hey.
I don't think he needs to throw an olive branch.
I know, but he is.
I know. But, this coach is a couple plays away in his career from already having a national championship. He has now taken this Ohio State team. I understand they did it to themselves losing to Michigan, but they had to have the toughest path that any team has ever had.
And they've handled them all.
And they've handled them all by double digits. There is no doubt that Ryan Day is the right man for this job. There is no doubt that Ryan Day, Dom, he could be a national champion in 3 days. It's wild if anybody doesn't believe that he should be in the scarlet and gray. And you know what? The one thing that doesn't get talked about, you and I talk about it, but the players on the team and the people that they are.
Ask Jack Sawyer.
Yeah, exactly.
Ask Jack Sawyer what he thinks of Ryan Day. Ask JT Tuimoloau what I got all worked up.
I know, you
Ask
take it
JT Tuimoloau what he thinks of Ryan Day. Ask Caleb Downs what he thinks of Ryan Day. Ask Will Howard what he thinks of Ryan Day. These are the guys that are with him 24/7. They play for him. Buckeye Nation, Ryan Day's a great coach.
He 100% is. The team getting ready to head to the team hotel. So a little bit of what the next few days look like here. Tomorrow they'll have media day. We'll get a chance to talk to them in the morning. Then we'll get a chance to go watch their practice. They will practice a full practice tomorrow. Then they call it the best Fridays in football. I love that. They have a light walk-through day. We're going to get out of the way because the buses are starting to leave here so you can see as they pull away. But they do the best Fridays in football, which is a walkthrough, is a chance to relax for the team. They go through and get everything set for that game. And then obviously on Monday, they're going to kick this thing off here. 60 minutes away, Ohio State from a national championship. And as you see the buses pulling away here, headed to that team hotel. Notre Dame, as you said, Don, they got here earlier. They've been on wheels on the ground for a while, but here go the Buckeyes.
And the other thing, tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Media Day, you'll want to check out 10 TV Plus because we're going to be live at Media Day. They're going to give me a live camera, a live mic, and for 1 hour, I'm going to be hanging with all the Buckeyes, unscripted.
That's where they worry.
Unedited, live for 1 hour, 9 to 10 a.m., 10 TV Plus. Download it, live it, love it, and watch it.
So when we were in Pasadena, I played Uno with the offensive lineman.
I saw that.
You going to play some cards?
I don't know what I'm going to
Well,
do.
I'm excited
I
to
have
see
no idea what I'm going to
would like
do.
to see some Jenga.
But it's going to be fun. It is going to be live from 9 to 10 tomorrow morning. Tell everybody you know you want to watch that. 10 TV Plus, 9 to 10. Dumb, unscripted with the
gosh,
players.
that can't be a
Just boom.
segment. We can't start
Dumb,
that segment.
unscripted.
Oh, gosh.
There you go. Is there anything else, Danny G, or can we get off? Are we done? Let me bring Danny G in one time. I just want everyone to see this hardworking man. This is the guy.
Is the man
This
that
is the
makes
man.
the
If you don't like anything, it's Danny's fault.
Danny G,
Oh,
before
no,
we
it's
get
not
you
my
off
fault.
here,
Yeah.
before we get you out of here, how much fun was the road trip with me?
So much fun.
It was-
Dom,
I mean,
you missed out,
yeah.
Dom. You got a road trip with us
I'm never
back.
driving
Skip
with
the
this
flight
man.
back.
I'm not.
Come
No,
back with
no,
us.
thanks.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
thanks. Anyways, once again, 10 TV Plus, 97.1 The Fan. Nobody does it better, folks. He's Adam King. He's Dan Gianluca, and I'm Dom Tiberi. We'll see you later.